Every school year I start the year by setting goals with my students, and one of our goals is always about mastering as much material as we can. And this year it was to master all our standards at an 80% level. So as the year goes on, after every unit test, we make sure to see what our progress is. So if you look at the bar graphs behind me, you can see how each class is done over the school year. And it's a time for us to celebrate, it's a time for us to talk about where we need to go after each test. So let me kind of walk you through the process of how I track this. So when I build a test, before I even give it to them, I make sure that I separate each objective very clearly. And so the beginning of the test might be multiplying fractions, then dividing fractions, and then solving real-world problems with fractions. So when I grade the test, I make sure to notate the percent mastery for each objective. So after my kids receive their test back, they not only have an overall grade, but they have a percent for each objective. So when they get their test back, they also get, show you. They also get a tracker sheet. And that tracker sheet, they fill in and they make their own bar graph based on each objective on that test. And that makes sure that my kids know exactly where they are. They don't know that they received an 80% in fractions, they know they had 90% multiplying fractions, 60% dividing fractions, and so on. At the end of each class, I give an exit slip, exit ticket, or a mini quiz. And honestly, exit tickets are just questions from the book, or it's a worksheet, or it's a couple questions I put on the board. But it's something that was aligned with the lesson to let me know that they got the material at the end of the day. And honestly, if it's just something on workbook paper, I'll flip through it, I'll see who got it, who didn't get it, I'll make a note of who I need to go back to, and I'll throw those papers away. If it's a quiz, it's something I'll put in the grade book. But I make sure that every day I do something to let me know and let them know that they understood what I taught them that day. This is why I think they asked me to do this, because for each test, like, I put the objective. Right. And so the kids know, okay, she didn't just get a 92. On this piece specifically, she got 100. On this piece specifically, she got an 80. On this piece, she got a 100. So this student knows, okay, overall, she did really good on rational numbers at 92%, but the lowest piece of it was the multiplying and dividing integers, because it was still an 80, but it's lower than the other pieces of the test. So I think that's something that's very powerful for students when they can see the breakup of it. And this was another test.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nat, can you